the number 1 and number 2 beers in America in a shootout.
Which one's the best?
What's the best light beer?
Okay, so number 1 beer sold in America.
The number 1 beer is Bud Light, rated by 33.1 million barrels shipped.
That's insane.
33.1 million. Barrels.
Wow.
Number 2, Coors Light.
Whoa.
And listen to this. I'm just looking at my phone with the stats down here. 16.5 million barrels shipped. So this is in first place by almost double.
That is just amazingly crazy. Crazy amazing. It's like an Aerosmith song.
Crazy amazing. Yeah, that's a huge, that's like you've got the pack back here, and you've got the leader. It's not even close. It's not even close.
This is like Metallica, and this is Megadeth or something.
Right?
Because Dave Mustaine always wanted to be as popular as James Hetfield, but
no.
He's still pretty popular.
He was only half as popular.
But only half that.
But yeah, so I mean, is this twice as good, or is it all marketing?
I guess we are going to find out, won't we?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they serve Bud Light at most of the NFL, and they show Bud Light on all of the NFL. I mean, the NFL alone could push you to twice as much consumption, probably.
And then lots and lots of concerts.
Yeah.
They serve Bud Light, especially festivals in the United States.
This is harder to find here in Canada.
Actually, do you know what was funny? I was at a festival in the United States where the number 1 festival beer was Molson Canadian.
Random.
Weird.
Yeah.
Because it was in big cans like this.
Okay.
For $12 a can.
Super weird. Okay, let's pour them up. Let's go.
Okay,
I'll go Coors on the inside.
Okay. Here we go.
And light beer is not our usual beer for consumption. We're more of the craft distilled
beers,
ourselves, but
oops,
doesn't mean we can't appreciate or enjoy any good beer if it is in fact good.
Yeah, we'll find out if it's good.
Here, we'll do that kind of deal.
Okay.
So for visual representation, you're on
Bud Light.
The Bud Light. Yeah.
Coors. Bud Light Coors.
Well, if it's number 1, should we nose them both first?
Sure.
Okay.
So on the outside is Bud Light. It really just it brings you back to your I don't want to say childhood, but kind of childhood too, because our dads drank a lot of these kind of up here we had just Budweiser. It wasn't light necessarily, but it's still the same similar nose.
I know what you mean. I remember my childhood gathering beer cans.
Yeah.
Exactly. So whenever I smell stale beer, I'm like, oh, childhood.
Oh, Bud Light.
Okay, Coors.
Okay, Coors on the inside.
Not much difference.
Very similar nose. There's a bit more maybe nuttiness or something to the Coors. And a little bit more sweetness to the Bud Light.
Yeah.
Something like that. I could be.
They're only mildly different to the nose. You can't smell a lot from a light beer.
No. And these are both
what percentage you got there on Bud Light? I got 4% on Coors Light.
I don't know if I see it here.
I might have to dig.
4% as well.
4%. Okay.
Yeah.
So even in that regard.
This one says brewing using the choicest hops and barley malt.
It's unlikely you're going to taste any hops. And this one says the Rockies turn cold when... the Rockies turn blue when it's cold.
You know, that's
vented top.
Oh, is it a vented top?
No, I'm just making this
just all the little marketing
The silver
gimmicks.
bullet. It does say the silver bullet.
So many marketing
gimmicks. No, this one's cold certified.
Oh. See, that's just it. For selling half the amount, they overmarket, maybe.
Well, how can it be cold certified if I, got it, not out of the fridge?
Yeah.
Anyway.
And what does cold certified even mean?
Well, exactly. The toughest truck in its class.
Like, what, in a fight?
How do you... Can trucks fight? Okay, let's drink the Bud Light first.
Okay, here we go. The best-selling beer in America.
Here we go. It's very light.
Very light.
It puts the light in Bud Light.
It does.
There's nothing offensive about it.
I mean, it's one of those beers that, like, on a hot summer day,
you could drink it like water.
You could drink it like water. It's very, like, I'm going to say refreshing.
I was also going to say that.
But it is also exactly what it states to be. It's 4% alcohol. Mm-hmm. It's light, very much so. There's not a lot of, like, finish or aftertaste.
No, there's
or
no
anything
hops.
going on. There's no real, like... It just kind of is it's generic, I would say. Mm. It's probably what Duff on The Simpsons tastes like. Mm. Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
Moving on to Coors Light.
Okay.
Here we go.
There's something maybe more happening there.
I feel like it's a little bit more going on.
Not much, though. Like a hint.
They're very similar. It's almost like there's a little bit of, like I said earlier, like a nuttiness or like a.
I know what you mean by that.
The maltiness is a little bit different.
It's a little bit more present. I don't know how else to really. It's just.
You're right. So like this kind of has like a
muted,
watered down kind of a thing. This does as well, but
a little more flavor.
Yeah. So I would say now that if I had to choose between the two, mm-hmm. I'd probably go with Coors Light. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is the silver bullet.
So do you think then that all of the sales are because the people, the masses, they just really want to kind of get it down?
Maybe.
Just kind of get it in you.
Yeah.
With as least resistance as possible.
I think it's also like name recognition too. Bud Light is just like, it's just...
Well, it's got Budweiser going for it. I mean, when you think about, like, if you compare the sales of Budweiser versus Coors Banquet, like, at that level,
right,
it's very different. I think Budweiser is, like, the third most popular beer, and then, like, Coors Banquet is, like, 25th or something.
Yeah. And, again, I probably think Coors Banquet's a little bit better.
I actually quite like Coors Banquet, and Budweiser not so much. So... I think
really if you guys are going to go out and drink either of these beers, you're not, if it's the style that you're into, then you're getting very similar products.
You can't go too far wrong, but I think we're both saying that Coors Light is the better beer.
I think so. I think it's good. There is just that thing. It could be marketing. Maybe people are more attracted to a blue can.
I'm sure the science is behind it.
Or maybe it's cheaper even. It could be a little cheaper.
People prefer block lettering versus, you know, cursive.
Cursive. People can't read cursive writing anymore or something.
You lost me. You lost me.
Yeah.
You lost me at
Bud just sounds like, hey,
buddy. Bud. Yeah. Hey,
it's
buddy.
very much actually a Canadian kind of thing.
Okay, well, that's basically it.
That's our comparison of what's the best light beer in the world.
And so number 1 and 2, they say 1 and 2, we say 1 and 2.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for watching Beer Reviews with Trenny and C. He's Trenny, I'm C, and we will see you next Tuesday.